Let's get it. Wow. Really? Yeah! Hustle of the day. Yeah.
You have now entered the Airforce Mills Show.
Yo, this is the Airforce Mills Show. My name is Airforce Mills, and I'm with my co-host.
This is Blacksmith. How y'all doing?
Yeah, my boy. Knowledge and awareness. That's going to be our first topic today. Knowledge and awareness. What does knowledge and awareness mean to you, Blacksmith?
Well, it's similar. Knowledge has to do with gaining information through experience or being taught. Awareness, in my opinion, awareness has to more do with a consciousness or the ability to understand your surroundings, whether it be, good or bad. Awareness it's neither good nor bad because you're looking or you're seeking out information in order to make wise decisions.
All right, so there's many different ways you can gain knowledge. We talk about books. You can talk about you like watching YouTube. You can talk about audios. You can talk about any different ways. As long as you gain more knowledge, gaining something that you didn't know already. All right, that's the key. You always want to gain something. You always want to grow. Us, being our journey in life, we always want to grow and be the best person that we can possibly be. And in doing that, you got to gain the food. That knowledge is food. You got to feed your system and grow. The one thing we're going to talk about is books. All right. I love reading. Blacksmith can tell you I love reading. I read average between 60 to 100 books a year. Building up my library. The reason I like hard copies is because I want to give it to my kids, give it to my generations. See, when you're dealing with electronic versions and stuff like that, it's kind of hard to pass on. Technologies change, different compatibilities changed. You didn't have the same computer that you had 10 years ago. It's obsolete. So books been around. I got a book right now that was written back in 1900. I'm mainly into self-help books, but I've read everything to better relationships, to better sex, to meditation, to wealth, money, power, just plethora of different things. What kind of books do you like?
Well, I like on the same line as you. I'm definitely into self-help. And just depending on specific topics, sometimes I like reading nonfiction books just as a getaway because a lot of times we just need just the mental stimulation of thinking outside of our normal day-to-day life. But for the most part, I focus a lot of my reading around self-help, around business books and things of that nature in order for me to attain specific goals that I'm looking to achieve. You made mention earlier about books or the reading of books is like food, and it made me think about appreciation. And what I mean by that is kind of like investments and an appreciating investment that never dies. A lot of times people don't understand the value of information and the value of knowledge. And whenever you make a decision to purchase a book, it's not a one-time purchase. It's something that continues to grow as you read it once. You may read it 2 or 3 times and get something different every time you read it. Right. And it gives you a different perspective. Awareness also, right, like we were talking about before, right, depending on your current circumstances. So it's a gift that keeps on giving, but you have to start with the importance and realize that, hey, I have to make a decision, a conscious effort to acquire information, acquire knowledge through whether it be reading books, reading autobiographies, things of that nature, in order to expand expand your horizons.
And it gets addictive.
I agree.
Yeah, it gets really addictive. Right now, I'm currently reading Think and Grow Rich again. Mm-hmm. This is my 4th time reading it. A book that powerful, you need to read it several times because you get a different meaning. Every single time I've read books like The Richest Man in Babylon, Think and Grow Rich, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, You have motives when you read them. Every time you have a different thinking pattern. You've grown. You're not the same person that you were a month ago. You're not the same person that you were a year ago. So it's been a while. It's been probably, I want to say 3 years since I read Think and Grow Rich. Now I'm reading it. Now it's like I just started reading. I mean, because that book mainly talks about your thinking pattern, your thought pattern. See, thought pattern is not only just for money. I mean, it's for your life. It's for to have a rich and amazing life. It's all about what you think, because the world around you, you're seeing it through your eyes, but you're responding and you're receiving it a certain way. So the world is what you see the world is. You understand? You want to elaborate
correct.
more on that?
And what if you never bought that book?
Right.
You wouldn't have the opportunity to revisit it and expand your life in such a way that you're able to now develop other areas. When you first bought the book, you were in a certain place.
Right.
Now that you're able to revisit this particular book, you're able to receive different information that you may not have gotten the first time you read it. Mm-hmm. So the investment in books is very critical to your, in my opinion, and to your success.
Yeah, right.
Now, everyone's not going to have the same interests, but at the same time, the pursuit of knowledge should be paramount to whatever it is that you're doing, whether it be leisure, whether it be self-help, whether it be pop culture, whatever it is that you're interested in. A desire to read and acquire knowledge should be paramount.
You're right. I mean, you always want to seek knowledge. And then we're talking about books today. We have book club. You want to go to facebook.com/groups/the Airforce Mills Book Club and click join. And so we update weekly. What we do is that we give you a book that we like. Then we give you how it changed our lives, or how it pertained to our lives, or what we learned from the book. Feel free to comment on any post, whether you like it, you don't like it, or you want to recommend a book that's not listed on my list of books. Maybe a book that I want to check out.
Absolutely. Because information that we can share helps us all grow, because it's impossible with everyone has their, everybody has their normal lives going on. If we could come together and encourage one another in acquiring knowledge, we'll all grow and be better for it. We've talked a lot about reading and acquiring knowledge, but let's talk a little bit more about awareness. Awareness is being able to attain that knowledge, but make decisions concerning that information. You don't want to step into any situation, even though you may have gotten the knowledge. You want to be aware of your surroundings to ensure that you're functioning in the way that you feel comfortable. And like I said, it's not a right or wrong or good or bad, but having the ability to acquire the knowledge and then make decisions with awareness will give you the satisfaction and also the ability to have a quality of life that you desire.
I mean, one of the things that I utilize myself for awareness is meditation. I'm big on meditation. People don't realize how valuable things like meditation and proper sleep. Us being young, partying, having a good time, go to bed 3-4 hours, pop back up. Well, it takes a toll on you. You may not feel it at a young age, but when you get older, we're getting seasoned now. We're in our mid 40s,
right.
So we're a little seasoned, a little salt and pepper gray, and so so now it takes a toll. So we need to have proper sleep. Right. But so far as in meditation, meditation for those that haven't meditated. I don't know why you wouldn't, but for those few that haven't meditated, it's wonderful. It's like a reboot.
Yes.
Pretty much. It's a reboot for your brain and your whole system. Because, we all, if you want to get scientific, we got electromagnetic energy going all through our bodies and through our cells and through our fiber. If you don't believe me, I have a test I'll put it on the next podcast. We can go over it, or I can put it on the YouTube page. But basically, all you can do right now is that you can close your eyes, rub your hands together. Rub your hands together for 60 seconds with your eyes closed. Rub it. Keep rubbing. Once you count to 60, stop. Okay? Don't open your eyes. Put your hands maybe a half inch apart, real close, and you'll feel the tingling sensation. When you bring it further back, the electromagnetic field will get weaker. You put it closer together, it'll get stronger. Just try that test, and then you will understand how much electromagnetic energy goes through your body and every fiber of your cell. So it's important to meditate, and it's important to meditate to rebalance. And also, you change your brain configuration. Your brain is like Jello. It's not like hard matter that you see on TV. It's like it's gray matter. It's like Jello, and your brain constantly forms itself. It constantly changes. The different pathways, the neurological pathways change. And so when you look at it on that level, then you understand how important it is to meditate.
Absolutely. And on the same note with meditation, we deal with so many different things in our lives, whether it be work, school, parenting, being a spouse. We're bombarded with so many to-do lists and everything in the world that we have to accomplish just to get through one day, much less an entire year. So being able to meditate will allow you to reboot. It's kind of like when you reboot a computer, it's just basically a starting fresh, starting anew. Usually, me particularly, I'll meditate first thing in the morning just to kind of start my day afresh, clear my mind of any negativity, give myself a clean slate so that when I do decide to enter the world, so to speak, I'm not already bogged down with so many thoughts, whether it be negative or positive. I want a clean slate in order for me to have a more productive day. And that's the most important thing, is being productive.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I also meditate. It's funny you said the morning. I do the morning, and I also do night as well.
Sure.
When I do it right before I go to bed, you don't realize that how deep of sleep you get. When the days that I forget to meditate when I go to sleep, my sleep is not, I feel it in the morning. I don't sleep too well. But when I meditate for maybe 15, 20 minutes before I go to bed, my mind is calm, the stress level's gone, and I sleep like a baby.
And you'll be surprised, just to kind of bring things back around, how much more aware you become of your specific things that you would normally miss because you're distracted by little things that come up throughout the day. That meditation will focus you to be able to accomplish more, to be more productive. And of course, if that's important to you, then we definitely encourage you to try it. See if it's something that, if you could just people think that, well, man, I don't have time to meditate. I don't have time for this and I don't have time for that. 5 minutes, before you go and take a shower or wash your face or anything like that, take you 5 minutes to kind of clear your head, meditate in peace and quiet, and you'll be surprised how much more focused and aware you'll be throughout your day.
What do you think about mentors? What mentors mean to you? I mean, what's the importance of people getting mentors?
I think mentors is critical to your success. When you think of mentors, you think of individuals who have experienced a level of success that you haven't accomplished, and being able to find someone that has those experiences and are willing to share them with you so that you don't repeat any mistakes is extremely valuable. That's when they say you learn from other people's experiences. That's what a mentor would be. I believe that any person who's looking to be successful, and I realize everyone's not trying to be successful, but if you're looking to be successful, finding a mentor is absolutely necessary to ensure that you go from step A to step B and further and so on and so forth.
Yeah. I mean, and then, then we talk about success. Understand me, success is not financial.
Sure.
Success is not only financial. When
Absolutely.
people look at success, they think, oh, well, he has the millions of dollars.
Certain dollar amount.
Yeah, certain dollar amount. It's not financial. Success is in the eye of the beholder.
Right.
So what's successful for me may not be successful for you, and vice versa. So, we talked about like mentors, if you don't have, let's say, for example, if you don't have a mentor, if you don't have, a family member, or if you don't have that friend that's got, that's outgoing or whatever, utilize either somebody that's in your city, that's close to you, in your circle, or utilize a book. For me, my mentors are my book. I love my mom and dad. They taught me certain things and everything. But when it comes to my success and my personal growth, I choose certain authors, certain personality types to give me the food that I need.
Absolutely. And like you said, sometimes a person can be a mentor through a book. Because you may not necessarily get a chance to meet someone that may be an expert in a particular field.
They could be dead,
but or whatever. But you are able to you're able to grasp their experiences through their literary work and grow through that aspect. But if you're able to get in contact with someone who is alive and willing to assist you, that's definitely an ideal situation, because you get to ask follow-up questions, where with a book it's basically a dead end, so to speak, unless you are able to get in contact with them directly.
You're right. I mean, before we get more into deeply in mentors and how to get your own mentor or to secure one, we'll tell y'all a little bit about us. Of course, my name's Airforce Mills. So of course I was in the Air Force. Me and Blacksmith, we met on a job. Can we say FedEx? Can we say we work FedEx? We want to not say that. Shout out to FedEx. Shout out to FedEx.
Yes.
Well, back in 97? I started in 97. Then you got a 99? 98. So we met each other in 1998. We telling our age. Wow, that's a long time.
Long time.
So we met each other. So we've been knowing each other since then. We had certain businesses. We had businesses that failed.
Sure.
Some succeed. And so it's a learning experience. But he always had my back and always had his.
Absolutely.
That's why we're here today. Real quick, we're not here to talk down on everybody. We don't think we know everything. We're a student, just like you're a student. We created this show just to help people out. I mean, if I can help one person out in the world, I did my duty. I did my duty as being that human being. So basically, this show is designed to give people help, whether it be financial. We're going to show you financial. We're going to show you later shows how to start a business from scratch. We're going to show you, if you don't know what kind of field to get in or what type of business to get in, we're going to throw some nuggets out there. We're going to have certain skits that we're going to talk about. What's our skit? The hustle of the day?
Hustle of the day.
Hustle of the day.
Yeah, we think that, people need to, that's kind of the reason why we started with this topic, knowledge and awareness. We want to make people aware of what's out there, and so we're going to have little nuggets of information to share with you every time we come together with you, so that way you can be up to date on certain topics and things of that nature.
Yeah, we're gonna try to do it weekly. I mean, based on travel and lifestyle. Congratulations, Blacksmith just got engaged.
Woo, man! Thank you.
Long time coming.
Yes,
so
sir.
Congratulations to him. So we still have families and whatnot, different travels, but we're still gonna provide you. Pretty much, we're your big brothers.
Yes.
Big brothers, little brothers. Big cousins, little cousins.
Correct.
And we're just rooting you on and to help you succeed. Also,
we want to break down certain things that may seem to be complicated, information that Sometimes people may feel like it may be going over their head, so to speak.
Yeah,
so we
send
want
us
to
a comment too.
So we
Yeah.
want to try to break things down to their absolute elementary compound. Not to say that, like Air Force Mill said before, that it's not a better than one way or the other. We just want to make things so clear and so plain because we realize how important knowledge and awareness is. We don't want anyone to miss out on any opportunities for growth and success, and the information that we're going to be sharing with you. Hopefully, you can take hold of it and it takes hold of you, and you're able to pursue those things that you're looking forward to pursuing, because everyone has a different reason why they want to do what they want to do, whether it be travel, whether it be start a business, whether it be start a family, whatever's important to you. We want to be able to reach you and touch you with some information that can hopefully shed some light and bring about the awareness that we've been speaking of, and bring about that level of success for you.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to know any topics that we haven't discussed, comment to us, send us a message. We'll give you our email links to be connected to the podcast, all our Facebook pages, Twitter pages, all our social medias. You want to reach out to us. Mm-hmm. You can tell us if we're doing a good job, if we're doing a bad job, whatever you want to tell us, you know. But I mean, because this podcast is for you. This podcast is not for us. This podcast is for you.
Just keep in mind, we're coming from a positive place, so we appreciate positive feedback, because we do want to make sure that we're providing quality information. We want to make sure that this podcast is done with excellence. Yeah. We're not trying to just throw something together. We want this to last the test of time. Yeah. We want this information to be here for you as a resource. Yeah. So that it's always available. If you need to look back on it and revisit it, it's there for you. So we definitely want to make sure that it's done with a high level of quality. Yeah,
I mean, because we're friends. We have a good time, as you can tell even on the microphone. But at the same time, this is serious. I mean, people's lives are serious, and it's no laughing matter. We just believe in, love and smiles. I mean, we're all love and smiles.
And we also believe in giving back. Yeah. This has been something that just in our normal conversations, we've just been discussing, and one day we decided that, hey, we have information, we have experiences that we can share, and it make a difference. And we wanted to give back, and we wanted to provide this service through this medium, and hopefully you guys will be able to receive what it is that we're offering. We can all grow together.
So back into the topic, we was talking about mentors. Now let's say, for example, you have that uncle that's doing really well, whether financially, whatever. A lot of times people equate finance to success. So, let's talk about money. You got that rich uncle. Mm-hmm. Rich Uncle Bob.
Right.
Okay, so rich Uncle Bob has it going on. You wish you were like rich Uncle Bob. Mm-hmm. So, won't you take rich Uncle Bob to lunch? Right. Tell Uncle Bob how you feel. Like, look, Uncle Bob, I want to, have the financial, gains you have. I want to have the lifestyle you have. Mm-hmm. How did you get that lifestyle? What do I need to watch out for? Mm-hmm. Tell me the pros and cons.
Right.
And Uncle Bob, I'm pretty sure, would be happy to tell you. Sure. Everybody wants a student. Everybody wants to be your mentor or teacher. Even people that you think would tell you no. Mm-hmm. It could be anybody in your city. Anybody that you equates to your success in your city. That if you come up to them, don't be surprised if they say, "Yeah, okay, I'd love to be your mentor." Because people are really not that evil. I mean, the media and the world is. It shows a bad light, but there's a lot of nice people out here. There's a lot of beautiful things in the world, and you'll be amazed, especially in world travel. We didn't travel all over the world, and it's beautiful. The world is beautiful. It's not bad as the media puts out. It is what it is.
Correct. Also, with the whole idea of mentors. Initially, you have to overcome that anxiety of approaching someone to assist you, because the way I look at things, everyone in this world is connected, and your success is connected to someone else. And any person that thinks that they could acquire certain levels of success on their own, they're only going to get to a certain level and it's going to stop, because we're all connected at some point. So you have to recognize that and be willing to humble yourself and overcome any fear or anxiety, and just say, hey, look, what I'm attempting to do, whether it be business wise or whatever venture that I'm attempting to do, is more important than my fear or anxiety about asking someone for assistance. So you have to be able to say, okay, set that aside. Let me go and initiate this conversation, and let's see where it goes. Because if they're not able to assist you, they may be able to refer you to someone that is able to give you the information that you need, or assist you directly. If they're not if they're able to directly assist you, that's even better, because not only do you get someone's words, but now you have some examples to follow. Hey, you'll be surprised what's available and what's out there.
Yeah, I mean, just show effort. I mean,
correct.
If you want anything in life, whether it be a certain career field or whether it be, whatever, relationship wise, whatever you want, you have to think it. I mean, thought process is real powerful. Mm-hmm. When me and Alden started one of our first companies, it was a trucking company, all right, hauling cars, and so we were talking on the phone one day, and we were just looking at our financial situation. We was like, well, we need to make extra money. I mean, how are we going to make extra money? What skills do we have? Okay, we've been driving for 20 plus years, way over 20, maybe 30 years. We've been driving. So I say, okay, well, driving is one of our skills. I say, so how can we monetize our skill? And before you know it, I mean, within less than a week, we had our own trucking company. I mean, we didn't know how we were going to do it. We didn't know how we were going to fund it. We didn't know how, anything. We just got tired and fed up one day, called each other and said, you know what, we're going to start today. And that's how a lot of things in life, you got to start today, whether it be weight loss, you want to lose that extra 10, 20, 15 pounds, whatever.
Right.
You got to start today. Start eating that apple, start eating that salad. You don't necessarily have to join a membership right away and, go, bonkers with it. Take baby steps. And you'll grow, and it'll be a snowball effect. And that's with everything, just snowball effect. You eat that apple, you eat the salad, you start working out, start eating better, you start living a better life, making healthy choices. And before you know it, it becomes a lifestyle.
Correct. And that's the most important thing at this point is lifestyle decisions. A lot of us that are in pursuit of personal growth, we're looking for information, and that's kind of how we wanted to do this podcast, because we, and myself and Airforce Mills, we have constantly been pursuing personal growth. So we wanted to be able to provide a platform for those that are looking for personal growth as well. And we can have a place for them to come and not feel judgment or anything of that nature. We want to be able to create an environment where lifestyle decisions can be made, growth can be made, and everyone can progress at the pace that they want to progress. Everyone is not confined to any particular way of doing things. Everyone can go at their own pace. You can start it at podcast 1, and if you need to go back to podcast 1, you don't have to go to 5, 6, 7, 8. Just stay on 1 until you feel comfortable with moving on to the next steps. Because, like I said, we started with the foundation. We're gonna be building on top of this and taking off into other areas. But like I said, keep in mind this is about you guys. And we want to make sure that we don't leave anybody behind. We want to be here for every person that can hear our voice.
And we're big on charity work. Big on charity work. We're going to be announcing different charity organizations we're giving to. We're not just going to announce them to brag or anything like that. We just want people to know about the charity organizations that we donate to. You know, you may have your own. And what's that, Richest Man in Babylon? Mm-hmm. You know, they talked about the 10%, you know, right. Like tithes in church.
That's correct.
10%. So they talk about, you know, giving 10% to charity, giving 10% away. Some people may say, well, I don't have any money. Airforce Mills, I don't have 10% to give away. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, let's say, for example, you're making a certain amount of money, you know, 30, 40,000, 50,000 a year, whatever you make. Mm-hmm. Let's just say you have hardly nothing left over. Well, if you only have $100, right? You have a $100 bill. Mm-hmm. Give 10 away. You know, and say, well, no, I only have $100. That, you know, I don't have $100 is not enough to give 10 away. Trust me. Mm-hmm. Give that 10 away, you would get it back tenfold.
That's correct. And what that does is it changes, and we've talked a lot about changing your thinking, changing your mindset. What that does is it forces you to eliminate that fear of not having. When you can function from a position of strength, you no longer are paralyzed by, oh my God, I'm going to spend my last and I'm not going to be able to do anything or anything of that nature. Yeah, so you have to overcome. Fear is your biggest enemy.
Fear is big.
You have to overcome those things in order to be able to expand and get what's really out here for you as far as success. And that goes beyond, like we said, it goes beyond money. You can't go into a relationship with your significant other if you're constantly afraid. You have to release those things so you can really experience a positive relationship, and that goes across the board. When you find yourself not fulfilling those things in your life that you really want, look at what's causing you to have fear and confront those things, deal with those things, and put those things behind you, and you'll be surprised how further along you'll be able to go.
Yeah, I mean, and so basically, I'm gonna give you the nugget. You know what? I'm gonna give everybody real.
Okay,
you know, we talking about the real. We want to get real here.
Go ahead, give it to me.
Okay, now out of all you see all these gurus out there, all these webinars, all these conferences, all this stuff that you spend, you know, thousands of dollars and all this other stuff. Some of it is beneficial.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Some of it is. I'm not gonna knock on them, hate on them. Any gurus, if you listening now, I'm not gonna knock and hate on you. But the key, I'm just gonna save you from all your money, time, headache. The key is already in you.
That's correct.
Now I know people always say, oh no, that you know, that sounds, you know, cheesy. No. The key to you having a better life and being successful is already in you.
That's correct.
You have to change your thinking.
That's correct.
In order to change your life, you have to change your thought. If you change your thought, you change your habits.
Correct.
If you change your habits, you change your environment. If you change your environment, you change your life.
That's correct.
That's all you need. It's in you. Just change your thought. That's it.
Correct.
You didn't spend no more money going on all these, you know what I'm saying, 4-day interventions. You get all hyped up because I've been there, done that.
Oh,
you know,
man.
I paid for some of the guru stuff. You know, we finished. We all hyped up. Oh man, you know, I'm ready to conquer the world, and then it slowly dies down, and then you back to square one. It's in you. Once you got that ignition in you, ignited, it never goes away because it's within you. It's not, you can't receive it outwards. People always look at stuff outwards, even with relationships. Oh, well, he don't make me happy or she doesn't make me happy. No. You got to make yourself happy.
Correct.
Once you become happy, then you can make other people happy. But you got to make yourself happy before you can make anybody else happy. You know, we always look at outwards. Everything outwards. I mean, we look at, you know, materialistic things.
Sure.
The type of car you drive. When you really break it down and look in the mirror, let's say, for example, right? You know, you may truly want, let's say, a Ferrari, right? Let's say, okay, Blacksmith, he wants a Ferrari. Right?
Correct.
Break that down, right? You know what I'm saying? Does he want a Ferrari to show him that he made it? Because at the end of the day, when you get something like that, I mean, people may be mad at me. When you get something like that, you're showing the world that you made it.
Correct.
You know, if I want to get a Ferrari, I get what I want to get. But at the end of the day, subconsciously, I'm showing the world I made it. I'm not showing me I make it, because once you get that Ferrari, you drive it around for a couple months, you're not going to drive it around no more.
It's just a car.
It's just a car.
Right.
So you got it to show the world, hey, look at me. Look, I made it. Look at me.
Correct.
And that subconsciously, you may not think that's what it's for, but that's what it is as us as human beings.
Correct.
So once you break down and break down to the fundamental of human beings, not just yourself, but human beings, what we are, what exactly we are. You know, we don't break down. And just even in brain, you know, the brain research is we're really behind.
Correct.
I mean, we really, you know, we're just not getting to the meditation, to the brain, to the different sound waves and alternate, neurological pathways. This has been around forever, but we're late in the game trying to catch up, because the brain is powerful. Your thought, brain is the motor in the car.
Correct.
But we look at, lifting big weights. You know what I'm saying? You want to look good in your little t-shirt. You want to look good
Exterior.
in your bikini, in your exterior. Mm-hmm. But your inside is eating up and decaying. Mm-hmm. You're depressed. You're sad. Why? Why are you depressed or sad? It's not outer things. It's not that horrible boss you got at work. Mm-mm. It's not that you're working 9 to 5. You don't want to work a 9 to 5. It's not that you got that spouse that gets on your nerves. It's not that you got that bad kid that doesn't listen to you. It's in you.
Correct.
You're disgusted at yourself.
But it has a lot to do with your passion. What is it that if you didn't make a dime doing it, but you just love to do it, and you would do it regardless. Those are the things that you have to pursue, and it will attract those things to help you, assist you in getting that accomplished. If you have a love of children and you're passionate about teaching, then that gives you insight as to the direction you need to go as far as career choice, as far as the time that you spend. Why spend time doing anything else? It's going to depress you. It's going to frustrate you.
Yeah,
if you have a passion about cooking, why are you driving trucks? It's contradictory. Yeah. You have to find something. And if, let's say, for example, you're the type of person, you may not be aware, and we've talked about awareness, you may not have self-awareness. The one thing that I've done personally, I've asked the people that are closest to me, I say, what do you think I'm good at?
Yeah.
And wait for a response.
Yeah.
Wait for them to tell you what you're good at. And that's something you may not even be aware of. Yeah. That's your passion.
You're right.
That's the thing that you do, whether you're not even thinking about it.
You don't realize it.
You have no idea. It's like, man, you're good at this, you're good at this, you're good at this. Like, man. And if you ask, let's say you ask 10 different people that's that's very close to you, and you get out of those 10 people, you get a few things that are similar. Ding, 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 ding. You've got it. At that point, you need to start focusing your life around those things. And before you know it, you'll find yourself not as depressed, not as down, because you're spending the time that you have available to do the things that you love to do.
And a lot of times, so far as in what we think about ourselves and our thought, a lot of it's taught when we're kids. Parents, they did the best they can, the best they could, right? But at the same time, we have old mentality, and a lot of times we were taught the wrong thing. And if you're taught the wrong thing for 20, 30 years and you live in a certain way, like, for example, the money is the root of all evil.
Correct.
Is what, we were growing up on. You know what I'm saying? Well, if we get rich, we're going to seem evil, and that's what we thought growing up. As little kids, that was ingrained in us.
Correct.
So in order, so whenever you get a large sum of money, you end up losing it all because you felt guilty. Mm-hmm. Not only did you feel guilty, the people that were close around you, people that you thought had your back, they start being envious of you. They be envious of you, they want you to spend money on them, and if you say no, then all of a sudden you're snobbish, or it's sad. I mean, it's real sad. But at the same time, you have to change your environment. You have to change your thinking. The thinking is the key. Thinking is the key. And to elaborate more on awareness, we have to be more aware as a society. Let's say, for example, the normal Joe Blow work 9 to 5. You got to grab your Starbucks coffee on your way to work, bobbing and weaving through traffic. And then, you work 9 to 5. Then you got to work a little extra overtime because you got a major deal that's going through. So you spend less time, with your family. You spend more time at work than you do with your loved one. Between the commute and your 8 to 10 hour days, you spend twice as much with strangers at work than you do with your loved one. And that's not a good thing.
No.
That's not a good thing. But we have to be more aware, so be more aware of how your body feels. Like for example, everybody right now, close your eyes. If hopefully you're not driving. If you're driving, then disregard.
Or press pause and come back to this part.
Please, I don't want you to run in the back way. Airforce Bill told me to close my eyes and think about stuff.
Right.
But and just take a deep breath and just feel how you feel. Do you? Or is your back hurting? Is any part of your body hurting? Are you tired? Or do you feel like you're hydrated enough? Are you angry? Are you stressed? How routinely just close your eyes and think about how I feel today. You're always worried about everybody else. You're always worried about all the gossip. What this celebrity, what it got going on, or she cheated on him and yada yada, whatever pop star out. Don't think about that. Think about you. Focus on you so you can take care of your loved ones and your family.
That's correct. We definitely have to focus on self-awareness. The things that make us tick, the things that cause us pain or pleasure. We have to become aware so that we can have the type of life that we want. When people say all the time, you have one life to live. Absolutely. And what you choose to do with it is up to you. For those individuals that have had this opportunity to share in this first podcast with us, hopefully, you're looking for a different way. You're looking for something positive, something that's going to help you get to whatever level it is you're trying to get to. And we're here to help guide you in the best way possible. We've talked a lot about gaining knowledge, different ways of doing it by reading books, getting mentors. We've talked a lot about awareness. Looking within yourself to find what it is that you're passionate about, being self-aware, reflecting, doing inventory on your own self so that you can, once you've taken inventory on yourself, then you're self-aware. Now you can become aware of your surroundings so you have a standard set. And you're not going to have a higher standard of someone else than you have of yourself. So you have to set a high standard of yourself first. And then you won't accept anything short of the standard that you set for yourself because you want what's best for you 100% of the time. So like I said, we definitely want you to come together with us, take this journey with us. As we move forward, we want you to move forward with us, and we definitely appreciate you taking this time to share. And us also to share with you guys. And like I said, we definitely look forward to the future. And hopefully you guys do too.
I agree. And so after this break, we'll get to the hustle of the day. All right, once again, today's show was brought to you by Mills Investment Group and Blacksmith Investment Group. Those are companies that you will hear by in the future, and those companies belong to us. And right now, we're leading into
the hustle of the day. And what we're gonna do, we have this segment here. We're gonna discuss. People come up to me all the time and say, "Man, you always talk about starting a business and entrepreneurship and things of that nature, but what do I need to do?" And we're in other podcasts, we're gonna get more in depth. But I wanted to just share one nugget so that way we can just kind of give you that information. And the first thing I want to talk about is debt and management of debt, especially when you start out. Of course, depending on the business that you decide to start, the capital or investment capital is going to be important. There are such things as good debt and bad debt. So we're going to delve into those things in further episodes. But just to kind of give you some insight, Man, you can start an internet business right now with little money down, little money to start. You just have to have something that you're passionate about and be willing to put in some few, as much as 30 minutes to an hour a day, just going out there, marketing, getting people involved in what it is that you're trying to market, and keep plugging away at it. If there is a need for you to have upfront capital, you need to think outside the box. Be innovative in your thinking and creative in ways of finance, whether it be networking for investors or getting involved in some type of barter system for services in order for you to be able to accomplish your goals without having to put you in such a bind as far as debt is concerned up front, because that's going to be the difference between you becoming successful and not being successful. So that's going to be my tip for today. Debt is not always a bad thing, but you definitely want to manage it when you're first getting started, especially in starting a business. Also, there's several ways to go about doing this. The internet has made it very attractive to start a business at low cost. So keep those things in mind, and good luck. Thanks again.
All right. Thank you, Blacksmith, for the hustle of the day. That was a good one. We appreciate you guys for being a part of us. This is the first broadcast, Air Force Mills Show. Thank you. Thank you. This really, it's going to be big, a big monumentous thing. All right. So thank you guys for enjoying us, and God bless.
Have a good day. Thank you all.
Yo.